How do you make a man excited on the first date? How do you make him so excited that the moment he sees you, he thinks about the second date? And how do you make him so excited that at the end of the first date, he not only thinks about a second date with you, but he can already imagine a relationship with you? That's what I want to share with you in this episode, and the main principle that will flow through this episode like a beautiful wave is the idea that the best way to make a man excited on the first date is to communicate that you are excited to be there with him. And this simple change has changed the lives of so many of my coaching clients. Because let's face it, if you go on one date after another and one guy is a complete moron, the other guy is a liar, the other one is just, and you're sick and tired of it, then it's very dangerous when you finally meet the man who is worthy of your time, who deserves your attention, and who might be the perfect boyfriend or husband, to then go into the date with the same expectations and the same energy, that you've basically been conditioned with through your dating process. And this happened, unfortunately, to quite a few of my coaching clients before they started working with me. They were then on dates with amazing men, and they had this energy of, let's see what he can bring to the table. Will this be another boring date? I'm not sure yet. Shall I really go in with this energy? Let's just do it. And of course, if you show up on this date with this level of excitement, which can't be described as excitement at all, how can you possibly imagine that he will get excited to be with you? Of course not. You can only attract somebody when you are a vibrational match to this person on some level. And that's also, or let's say not also, that is mainly why in the 8-week Love Magnet coaching program, which is my flagship coaching program, I focus a lot on helping you to fall in love with yourself, to connect with your heart, to step into your loving feminine energy, and to then attract the right man. Not only by knowing the right flirting techniques, knowing the right dating strategies, which are all things that we will discuss in this coaching program, but even more importantly, by shifting your energy. And I've now experienced it with countless coaching clients that when they shifted their energy, that's when their dating life changed. It's all about your energy. So how can you make a man feel excited on the first date? You don't need the best makeup, you don't need the best hairstyle, even though, of course, if you want to make yourself beautiful for him, more power to you. But what you really need is a shift in energy, and it starts with a shift in your mindset. I want you, whenever you go on a date, and I know sometimes it can be easier said than done, but I want you to go into the date with the attitude of, I'm excited to meet this human being. I'm excited to find out more about this human being. I'm excited to find out if we can connect on some level, if we have something in common, if we have a sexual connection, if we have an emotional connection. I'm excited for this dance of energy that I can experience with this man. I can guarantee you that it will be easier for you than ever to make a man excited to be with you on a first date if you go into the date with this energy. And if you then maintain a positive attitude, if you approach the date with enthusiasm, with this positive mindset that I just shared with you, and you want to make it an enjoyable experience for you and for him, then you will win big time. And a little tip for that, if he asks you where you want to go, or if he suggests a certain dating venue, choose a venue that you enjoy anyway. I mean, why wouldn't you do that? Even if the guy sucks, even if it's not the man of your dreams, you can still say, hey, I was eating my favorite food, I had my favorite drink in my favorite lounge or favorite bar. Go somewhere where you enjoy the environment, and when you then dress confidently, you make sure that you feel attractive, that you feel confident in your own skin when you show up on the first date. And you then engage in active conversations by, yes, I have to underline that 3 times, leaving your smartphone in your handbag. If you do that, this alone can shift everything. I mean, this is something that happens subconsciously, and it happens to both men and women. We love to check our phones all the freaking time. But if you consciously make an effort to not check your phone and to be there with him, to be present with him, this can change the dynamic of the date completely. And this can make it so much easier for you to connect with him on a deep level. In fact, this is something where a lot of my coaching clients said when I mentioned this tip, that, yeah, I never look at my smartphone. No, this is not something I have to work on. And then after their next date, they actually texted me and said, oh my God, Sebastian, now that you made me aware of it, I can't believe it. I wanted to check my smartphone all the freaking time. And that's what happens when you develop the awareness for when you are not aware of the situation, when you're not actively engaged in the conversation, and then you can change this behavior. And when you then focus your attention on him, exclusively on him, and of course, you also want to expect the same from him, then you share your passions. You talk about your life in a passionate way. And that's also a part of the Love Magnet coaching program. You have to first fall in love with yourself and fall in love with your life in order to share your passions, in order to find your passions, in order to truly activate your soul and communicate this level of enthusiasm, this level of passion to him. And if you do that, then you can create so many moments where he looks at you and thinks to himself, where has this woman been all my life? This woman is incredible. She's so passionate. I want to look at her all the time. I want to listen to her all the time. I can't get enough of her energy. And then you will automatically share moments and share stories and laugh together and just have this incredibly beautiful emotional connection that you build with him, that you create with him, that you nurture with him as a result of you falling in love with yourself, of you falling in love with your life. And if you then, in a very practical context, maintain strong eye contact and communicate your attraction for him, if it exists, of course, and communicate your interest in him, if it exists, of course, with your eyes, with your eye contact, and you then maybe, just maybe, use the devotion sequence on him, which has the power to make him absolutely devoted to you, then this man will feel so excited to be on that date with you, and he won't be able to get enough of you. In fact, he will think about marrying you straight away. And if you want to find out more about the devotion sequence, then you can go to gethimkeephim.com/devoted or click on the second link in the description. And you might even, if you want to, if it feels right for you on the first date or maybe the second or third date, when you feel really comfortable with him and you feel a very strong sexual attraction for him and of course also strong emotional connection, then be confident in your choice to get closer, in your choice to maybe also incorporate touch and to use subtle and appropriate touch, or if you want, depending if you're somewhere in a corner or alone somewhere, also not so inappropriate touch. You can then communicate with your body that you are interested in him. And throughout this conversation, throughout this process of connecting with him, if you then touch him, you get closer to him, you look him deep into the eyes, and you also every now and then express your appreciation for him. You also express your admiration for him. For example, if he has certain qualities, certain values that you admire in him, or he shares something with you from his private life, some story that you admire, then don't hold back. Make him feel good. I mean, in this case, you always have to remember, men are simple creatures. If you make us feel good and you give us the feeling that you appreciate us and admire us, then we will be the most loving puppy you can imagine. And that's how you can make a man feel excited on the first date. And now I want to invite you that if you're ready to change not only your dating life, but you're also ready to fall in love with your life and to fall in love with yourself, then I invite you to go to gethimkeephim.com/magnet or to simply click on the first link in the description to find out more about the Love Magnet coaching program and to have a look at what awaits you in each of the 8 weeks. And if you enjoyed watching this video, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. Share your opinion, share your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. And I would love it even more if you would hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video.